I got a million ways to get it. Choose one.
Going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers out at Quicken Loans Arena. And for Cleveland, hard for them to forget their finals defeat at the hands of this team last season. Nothing can erase that, but a win wouldn't hurt. And LeBron James last season got some MVP votes, and while he didn't come away with the award, I think, Kenny, that most would consider him the best player in the league, if not the world.
Well, he's the most difficult player to guard or have a game plan for. Nobody can really take over a game like he does, and the problem that you have with LeBron is who guards him, what position you put on him.
You know, any team that LeBron is on is considered a title contender, and you can't say that about anyone else in the league, so that's why he's the MVP every year.
Now let's send it down to Kevin Harlan as we approach tip-off.
Of the NBA on 2K Sports.
Ready to go?
This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And joining us in a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. This is the first game in the Warriors road trip. A great start of the season for them, playing very well so far.
And I think we'll see them try to come out strong here. They know it's just a short stint on the road, and this is where you want to play smart, efficient basketball in games like these and get back to that home court.
You know, in some ways, when you head out on a short trip like this one, there's not as much pressure in the first game as there might be if you were going on a long trip. It kind of makes it a little easier to just go out there and play freely.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Williams with the ball. 29 points for him last game against Utah.
And also, he competed on the backboards. That also had a lot to do with the game.
That drops. Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
And, guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum.
And Love throws it down.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
And for Kevin Love last season, he didn't want to be called a stretch four, but the numbers suggest he was exactly that. Nearly 1 out of every 2 shots he took was from 3, a much higher ratio than at any other time in his career. Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Clock at 4 to the middle. Knocked loose.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there. Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
A baseline J, and again it's Cleveland.
Boy,
when someone like LeBron talks about what you need to bring to the table, you better bring it.
Yeah, I would think so. You'd be better served to go right along with what he's talking about. Dubbed the new Big Three along with Kyrie. I think if they just keep following LeBron's lead and advice, the sky's the limit.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
They come out the gates here strong and put together just a solid first quarter.
A ton of good looks for him, Greg, on offense, and it's quality shots they're getting.
The forwards are LeBron and Thompson. Jefferson out there with Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Verjao in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession. And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
The Cavaliers leading by 3. It's stolen by Bogut. Here's Barnes. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. And Kerr is so good with the media because, Greg, he was a media member himself for so long. You know that as well as anybody. Clark, I don't think he ever tried his hand at broadcasting, though. I can't see him doing that, could you?
Yeah,
I know.
Right. He probably just thrown on as a broadcaster and would rarely contribute anything of note. Some guys have what it takes to call games, and Steve just doesn't quite scratch me as that kind of guy. You know, he operates so well close to the bucket. There's nothing he likes more than seeing an opening inside.
Screen by Bogut. Curry dishes to Thompson. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Back to LeBron. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. He feeds it to Thompson. Spates sets a screen. Thompson dishes to Curry. Shot misses. Cavaliers go the other way with it.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Here's LeBron. And it's good off the back rim and in. Now it's a 5-point Cavalier lead.
How about that screen by Love? That was a wall.
Curry with him. Williams picks him up. Curry passes to Thompson. And here's Barnes for 3. Rebound by Smith. The Cavaliers leading by 5. LeBron drives in. Can't get it to go. Great tee that time from Green. Warriors have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Nobody near Barnes. And again, no good by Golden State.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And here is James. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots in the game right here. That one is off. So both teams changing it up here.
Taking 2 shots.
Good on the second free throw.
Hey, kid, you ready? All right, let's go.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Cavaliers lead by 6. And a chance now to send you over to...
Yes, Kevin, here with Stephen Curry. And Steph, you've had to deal with a lot of defensive pressure. What do you need to do to counteract that?
I just got to slow down. I mean, we're playing good defense, trying to track the ball screens and take on the three-point line. But, you know, just got to be aggressive, keep getting shots up, making the right plays, and no turnaround.
Steph, thank you so much. Kevin, it's not easy in the NBA.
Thank you, Doris, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action.
Good quarter from LeBron. He's got 10 points, and he's done a good job distributing the ball as well.
And you can't really place a value on what that means to a team. His passing has really helped their cause.
Well, I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Barnes in at the small forward. Here's Mozgov.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Warriors trail by 6. Curry kicks to Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And that's 13 points for Draymond Green. As we're talking about the Warriors, you know, they were built to play with each other last year. The bigs could all pass very well, and that set up the three-point threats.
And then even on the defensive side, I mean, they had players that really complemented each other. I mean, some undersized power forwards who countered with rim protectors. I mean, they also had the length at every perimeter position to switch on any play. So they are equally as adept on that side of the ball.
That's a 2 from Barnes. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And the jam by J.R. Smith.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley.
Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Steve Kerr was just going over the plan with his team. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Green. Coach reminded them that he is supposed to be the key factor tonight, and he still wants to see that happen. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
Always great to hear from you, Doris.
And, you know, for Love last season, we knew he'd be in a supporting role to LeBron. You put any player next to LeBron, and he automatically becomes some kind of role player.
Cleveland leading by 5. Outside Williams. Mozgov a screen on Kerr. Shot clock at 5. Love kicks to Jones. Great D that time from Green.
And thinking back to Love and his numbers last year, we saw the same thing from Bosh when he played with LeBron. Love and Bosh had similar reductions in scoring, but both were still great players, and they both have the ability to adapt and impact the game in other ways.
Nobody near Williams. That falls. Great assist by Love. Williams has got 5 now.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
Here's Curry. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level. Was an MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And with Curry and the MVP, there was some pressure with Hart. Relatively close voting, but Curry was the clear winner. Hard to argue with the season he had, leading his team to 67 wins last year.
Here's Varejao, and the rejection by Ezeli. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
Welcome, fans, to the FIBA qualifying round.
.151 left in the third. And he gets it to go. Dellavedova's got 7 points.
And guys, you know, you look up point guard in the dictionary, and there's a nice little picture of John Stockton there. I mean, he is an unreal distributor. Control the game like no one ever has before or since. It's no coincidence that Utah never missed the playoffs in any of the 19 seasons that John Stockton was at the helm.
Well, you talk about clutch plays, defensively and offensively. We saw both right there.
And the gap's narrowing right now, Clark. Every second from here on out counts. Neither team can afford to make mistakes. You gotta manage the clock and play smart.
Wow.
And stolen by Barnes. And it's the Warriors on the break. Barnes with the ball.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what David Blatt said to the team. He told them, this is it, fellas. Let's hit them right out of this timeout. Put some pressure on them. Show them how much you want it. Let's go get it. Guys, he's really exhorting them to give them a burst of energy.
Thanks again, Doris.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Now LeBron. Puts it up from 12, and again it's Cleveland. And so it's Golden State with it. They trail by 6.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Now here's LeBron. Mozgov a screen on Thompson. The drive by LeBron. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. LeBron's got the lead up to 8 now for the Cavs.
Just the take no chance slam by the big fella.
23 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
The mark. So we see the Cavaliers get the win here. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
They certainly put on a good show here at home, and I think they felt they had the edge and that extra little bit of confidence.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James. He was the engine that drove this team the whole night, and his teammates had no problem harnessing the power of that motor.
There's no doubt about it. This guy is a leader. He was in attack mode all night, calling for it and delivering in some big, big plays and baskets. His point total shows everything that I'm talking about. The defense was like, what am I going to do? And he was like, nothing, because I'm toying with you.
We all know, anytime you got LeBron James on the floor, he's going to bring that will to win. He has so many tools in his arsenal he can throw at you, not to mention his defense. Literally, any night he can take over a game. Tonight we saw King James exert his will on the game.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.